All right, guys, we're out and running today. We are on the fabulous bike here. This is the EMX, and it's like 50 degrees out, so it's not too bad, but I can tell you the wind is, it's cold. It's not great. I'm saying it's 50. It's probably more like 48 now. It was 50 when I was coming home. And we're looking at a full weekend of rain again. I just can't get out of this weather pattern.
All right, guys, before we get into this ride, quick update on the Escape Ranger bikes here. This bike now, this is an actual picture of the bike. It's got the proper fenders on it, which is steel. It's got the proper rack on it, so they bolt from the top, and this thing is coming along. I asked Joel when we would be getting these bikes. He said we should have them in the United States in June. So these things will be coming in right around the 1st, so they'll be getting shipped out after that. This thing is going to have the Black Cat tires on it. Instead of the CSTs, they're a little bit better tires, so he went with the Black Cats. Screen on this thing looks awesome. Never seen one like this before, but it's really nice. That's that Black Cat tire we're looking at now. These things are going to be really fast bikes, and he's also got the 26-inch step through and a step over bike that he's going to be dealing to. This swing arm is super. They put this brace in there to limit the amount of wobble you have with that. So hopefully this bike doesn't have a wobble. Okay, guys, that's the update, and off we go to the ride now.
This is Thursday, sneaking out tonight to get this ride in, and I'm lucky to have it. So we're out here in 3, and we're in rear wheel drive only. We're going along at 24 miles an hour. This thing is a quick little bike. We've got directionals on this thing. We've got all kinds of things on this. And I put front directionals on it too. I don't love the way it looks. I got to figure out what I'm doing with it, but that car wasn't exactly 4 feet from me, that's for sure. We're just running with the factory batteries on it today. No auxiliary battery. I did want to see what kind of battery life I could get out of this thing. And these batteries have not been charged for a while. I mean, they were fully charged, but they've been sitting for probably a month, so we got another bike in this week. One I haven't even talked about, and I don't even know what the name of it is. It's I don't know. It starts with a T is all I know. Company reached out to me. It's a moped style bike, but it ain't bad. I gotta tell you, this thing is an inexpensive bike. And that's the reason why I took it in, to give people options. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen after these tariffs go into effect, but right now with shipping, you can buy this bike for, I think it's like $860, and they told me they gave me a 10% discount if that I could pass on. So, and I got another bike in the box. That's the Van Powers bike. I don't even know what that one looks like. The other bike that came in, they just wanted a video of the bike and a review, so I didn't have to do an unboxing, so nice and easy peasy. But like I said, it's an inexpensive bike. We're not, it's a more expensive bike. That Van Powers bike is a more expensive bike, so they want a little bit more out of me on that one. Tell you, all these bikes with the rack battery in it, rack battery always makes noise. When you hit bumps, it bangs around in there. So the wired bike, I put some foam in it, and probably have to do the same with this. Unless I can 3D print something that I can put in there to hold it tight or something. So I'll have to look at that. Like I said, I'm not out here to break speed records today, so we're just cruising down these hills. No shouting out speeds on it. Just out here for a cruise. Kind of a nice cruise. I haven't been on this bike. I really like going on this bike. But I had so many bikes coming in. I mean, I shouldn't be on this bike. I should actually be riding one of the bikes that I got to review, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it today, so still got to get out there. I know we've ridden it, but I got to get out there and ride that mock wheel and get a review made on that. The Magicycle, I have enough stuff put together to do the review on that. I got to do a voiceover on some of it. Bought a new microphone for my, I've been doing a lot of my editing on my portable setup in the living room, and I put a nice microphone on that so I could do voiceovers on it instead of transferring. I normally have to save the files, move it into my office, and then use the microphone in the office. And I finally said, you know what? It's time to just bite the bullet and buy a mic for it. So hopefully, I haven't really tried it yet. It sounds good. I paid some good money for it. What else do we have going on? Trike channels, it's moving along. We'll probably be at 200 in the next week, which is decent, I guess, for being a month old. I did a video on installing a trailer hitch that I had to make because there wasn't a trailer hitch on that Meet One Breeze Pro. So I figured out a way to put a trailer hitch on it, so I did that. Real short video, but I went out. Seems to be doing pretty good. I'll tell you my watch time. So when you start a channel, not only do you have to have 1,000 subscribers, but you have to have 1,000 watch hours. And my first this channel, I had my 1,000 subscribers. Took me, I don't know, a year. Took a long time. But I had my 1,000 subscribers. I still didn't have my 1,000 watch hours, so I had to wait a while to get the 1,000 watch hours. Right now, my watch hours are in pace with my subscribers. So, you know, I got a lot more people watching because my content's better than my other channel used to be. When I first started out, it's much more refined. I was discussing with Russ today. Russ is right. His first channel, he said it's 2 years before he got his 1,000 subscribers. So he said I was lucky to have my 1,000 within a year. Be glad when it starts warming up. Be glad when it stops raining. I got a nice rack came in. So I reached out to this company after they sent it to me. They reached out to me. And I got it, and it's a Young electric rack. So it's essentially the same rack that I already have, but it's got all aluminum on it, so it's way lighter. I mean, it's lighter. It's a nice rack. Young Electric has changed to, and I'll probably butcher this, like Cabot rack. But this thing says Young Electric on it, and this is brand new, and I got it from Outfitters sent it. So I said to Outfitters, I reached out to them and I said, hey, I said, this Young Electric rack, I said, Young Electric got in touch with me, said, please change my other video to Cabot. And I said, what am I supposed to call this rack? And she said, good question. I'll get back to you. So she got back to me and she says, just call it the Outfitter rack. So we got an Outfitter rack, guys, and it's pretty nice. And again, don't quote me. I think it's like $329 or something. Awesome rack for $329. It'll hold 100 pounds of tray, and guys, the other one I have was 100 pounds of tray, and I put 2 bikes on it, sat on it. So that thing will hold more than 100 pounds of tray, but I don't worry about that rack at all, I'll tell you. I forgot to tell my wife I was leaving on a ride. She'll probably scold me for it. But I'm not going for a long time. Just gonna get out here, get a ride in, get some exercise. I haven't been out for a ride since, when was it? Probably since the deer ride, not the deer ride, since the Ocelot ride. Well, so far, keeping this in rear motor only, I'm at 94.6%, but when I slowed down there, the battery recovered to 100%. So That's pretty good. So I was staring at a lot of bikes online, trying to figure out if I wanted to buy one before the tariffs kick in, but ain't a lot out there that I want. Some of the bike manufacturers that I'm interested in haven't released their bikes yet, so. And E-Cells already went up on their pricing. And Wired's still at the same price they were, because I checked. I considered buying the Wired bike. I think it's the Warrior. It's the step-through 72-volt bike. But you're approaching $3,000 for that, and be quite honest, I got an all-wheel drive bike coming in. It's, gonna be, just like that. So I don't know if the only reason why I would buy it is because of the content. People like to hear about the Wired bikes and stuff, so. But I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna, they're not getting those bikes till May. If the tariffs are still in effect, I don't know what they're gonna do, because that's gonna be a big hit for them. And I did talk to my lawyer friend Bruce today, and I said, if you pre-buy the bike, if the tariffs go into effect, I said, did they still have to honor the price? And he said, no, not really. It all depends on what their webpage says. So just be careful of that, guys. If it says buy now before the prices go up, make sure you do a screenshot of it and you stand a chance. So, and that's what Bruce said. So, I mean, I think a lot of these companies, if they want to stay, if they do that to everybody, I think it would be better for them to take the loss and keep the business than, what are they going to do with the containers full of bikes sitting at the port, and if no one's buying them? So they're going to have to do something. So, but Bruce did say that, they could ask you for the difference, or maybe they'll split it with you. I don't know. It's just something to be aware of. Just because you're buying it before the tariffs doesn't mean that you're going to get it for that price. This is a nice cruising bike here. So this one's got the CST tires on it. And I like these. So Joel was going back and forth with the CSTs versus the black, what the heck are those? Black something or others, which are the Allscape tires. I think he's decided on the Allscape tires, which I think is a better, I've had both these tires off. And these are pretty thick tires compared to a conventional tire, the CSTs, but they're not as thick as the Allscapes. The Allscapes are definitely thicker tires, so. And I can tell you, these tires don't go anywhere in the snow, as you guys know if you saw my ride. And I haven't had a problem with the Allscapes in the snow, so. I think they're a better all-around tire. So I'd be happy with the Allscapes, or black, I keep forgetting what they are, black something or other. Well, at least all my threatening snowstorms that they've threatened over the last couple of weekends, none of them have really panned out. We've got some snow, but nothing that stayed around, so I'm happy about that. So I might have taken the other bike that I just got in, the $860 bike tonight, but I haven't photographed it yet, so I don't want to get them dirty until after I photographed it. I do a lot of, I do a video of the whole thing, do the voiceover when it first comes out of the box, so it's nice and clean, and I didn't want to get it dirty, so. I've sold off quite a few bikes so far. Still got a lot left though, and I am only getting rid of stuff that's not relevant. So far, I think there's only 2 bikes that I know of that I haven't gotten yet. One's the Hanveer. They still don't have stock on that bike, so I don't know what's going on with that. And the other one is the electric Expedition. And I was emailing back and forth with my buddy, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, something like that. Probably 2 weeks ago. And I told him, look, if you still don't have them in stock, don't worry about me. I got plenty of bikes coming in and I can wait. So, I mean, one more bike to review right now would, I don't know. It's not that it's it's pressure, but it is, you know, I've got 5 things I have to review right now, currently. So, oh, 6. This bike I still owe a review to. But, you know, like I said, I want a nice warm day, do a really special ride somewhere, and then a nice, beautiful sunny day, walk around this bike and show it off. And I think I need to realign this front tire on this bike. As far as the, I think it has a little bit of a hop to it, which if the pressure's low and they ship it, sometimes the tire can shift on one side. That new bike I got, I can guarantee you the tires are shifted on that. So they're cheap tires that are on it, and they shipped it with no air in it. I put air in them and I tried the best I can to line them up, but they were all folded in. I couldn't get them that well. So I'll let the air out after they've sit for a while. Hopefully if it warms up, I mean, it's not, once it warms up, that rubber gets soft, I can move it around. And having the air in it for a couple of days, it should take shape and I can center them. So, but I think I need to let the air out of this tire and center this one. It's got a little bit of a hop. Still got a little bit of a wobble to it too, but I do have a relatively heavy pack on the back. I don't have my battery, but I've got a pack that, I've got a first aid kit in it, I've got tools in it, I think it's got gloves in it, it's got all kinds of stuff in it right now. I've got to cycle through my bags and get the winter stuff out. I got so many bags going too that I need to go through them all, make sure I got everything in each bag. I've got, you know, bikes that I don't want to carry a bag on, and I have to use a little pouch backpack type thing. So this thing is, I'm happy with the battery on it for sure. This is a nice, comfortable ride for me with just a rear motor on. Still moving along really quick here. Well, I say about the bikes that are owed to me. I've still got the Meet One Tour coming in. I've still got both of Joel's bikes coming in, but those are in May, so those are kind of far off. But hopefully this month I get a couple more. I got a lot of companies reaching out to me. I've turned down a couple of things. Hofsco, which I've done that little bike on, they got in touch with me. They wanted me to take a scooter a while back. Then they got in touch with me. They got another moped style bike. It's just, I got the one moped style in the garage now that I brought in. It's very similar to that. I don't want to get into these moped style bikes. I just, like I said, I brought that thing in just to show you guys a bike that you could buy for $850, and it's got hydraulic brakes, and it's got Logan hydraulic brakes on it, and those are pretty good. And it's got a 750 motor on it, and I took it out last night for a very quick spin, and I was impressed. I was impressed for the price of it, don't get me wrong. It's not like super nice. So this thing's still settling out at 99% on the battery right now. But it's pedaling out at 90 when I'm pedaling and the motor's on, so. But I've had bikes that were, I tell you, at this point in my ride with the electric XP, the 3.0, it was my wife's bike. That had a 500 watt motor in it. I think it had a 14 amp hour battery, and I'd be sweating right now that I was going to make it home. Because I'd done this before, and that battery was depleted by the time I got home. But this thing is trucking right along. I mean, I'm not pushing this thing, and I'm staying at 25 miles an hour. I got the gears all the way up in the 8th gear, I'm pedaling along. It's a good cadence for me. I think the last time we took this thing out, we left it in 3 also. I think I could use a little bit bigger mirror on this bike. So I did the trailer hitch on that trike I may do it on the Pucky Puppy too, because I got some people asking about the Pucky Puppy. I didn't even realize that one didn't have a hitch either. I mean, I don't need hitches, so it doesn't matter to me. I had a woman ask me about the hitch on that. You know, there's no hitch, and I'm like, you know what? I looked at it, I'm like, I'll show you how to put a hitch on it. So I did a very simple repair on that hitch. Not repair, but I did a very simple how to put a hitch on that. You do it for about 20 bucks, I think. Well, tomorrow I'm getting rid of finally that radial flyer bike. Man, no one wants that radial flyer bike. So that thing sells for like $2,300, and I'm trying to sell it. I'm taking $800 for it. So, and it's got 22 miles on it. And the HJM Tri-Hauler Pro, that will be leaving me Saturday, I hope. That is going to an older gentleman that lives on Martha's Vineyard. He had a heart attack. He's only 65 years old, so he's my age. And he had a heart attack, a stroke, whatever, and he's numb on one side. So he asked me if I would put clip pedals on it so that he could not have to worry about his foot falling out. So I ordered those, and that bike doesn't have a backrest, so he asked me if I'd put a seat on with a backrest, which I am. And he's paying me extra. I'm putting them on for free, but he's going to pay for the parts, which I don't mind doing. So pedaling up this hill, I'm down to 86%. And I'm also going up in, I think I was in 7th gear. Dropping down to 6 now. I say think I am because my phone's in the way. I can't see the shifter. Got 2 cars at the shop this week that hit Turkey. I'm coming down to where the turkeys are, so thinking about it. One of them was a Jeep. Literally, all it's got is a broken windshield. And it went in on the driver's side, and the turkey's still in the car. No one cleaned it out. It's been sitting in a tow yard for 5 days. I don't know, it stinks. We sent our lot kid out there to clean it out. Try to see if we can get that thing smelling good. There are turkeys out there today. I see at least 2. And the other one destroyed a hood and broke the windshield, but didn't go through it. It hit the roof too and did damage on the roof. So the turkeys do quite a bit of damage. What happens, I've seen them because I see them come out of the trees. They're so heavy, they come out and they like fall down. I mean, the weight of them just sucks them down before they actually get any lift. And if your windshield's in the way or your car, you're hitting a turkey. So yeah, I haven't been out here for that long. Up 35 minutes now, and the cold's starting to creep into me. And I do have my battery operated vest on. But the sun's down. I'm sure it's, I don't know, probably into the 50s now. And we're into this ride for 13 miles. And we have, going up the hill, 87% on the battery, 86. So battery life is really good. So I probably would never run my battery pack if I was only going out for a 25-mile ride. Why bring the extra weight? I'm at 92 now that I've settled out and it's not drawing on the motor. I think the seat may be a little too low for me. But I haven't got a lot of saddle time in this. We've got 34 miles on this bike so far. Last couple times we've gone down this stretch, there's been water on the road, and it's still water on the road because everybody's yard's still flooding and pushing the water out into the streets. So we've had a lot of rain. Tell you, I just got my spring fall gloves on, and my hands are starting to get cold too. So I got an email from a bike shop here in town, well, not my town, but a town over from me. They wanted to know if I could get them parts for a Moon Cool bike because they can't get any parts for it. I said, what do you need? And he says an idler pulley sprocket on the motor. So I was a little confused by what he wanted. So I said, send me a picture. So he sent me a picture. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got one. When I get home, I'll check. And if I do, I'll drop it by. So I did, and I dropped it by the next day. That guy talked to me for like an hour and a half. He was a character, that's for sure. Very nice guy. But now I have an in with one of the local, he says he owes me. So he's got some Saran-looking bikes that he sells. And he's got a couple others. So if I get bored someday and I got nothing to video, I'll go down there and do some videos. You know, do the local shop too. I definitely tell people all the time, you want to buy an e-bike, check with your local shops before you go buy one online. You got somebody to complain to. You've got somebody responsible that's, you can stand in front of. You could also test drive the bikes and find out if you really want it or if it's, too small, too big, too whatever. So always, I've told people in the past, I don't care whether you buy it at the local shop, go ride a conventional bike or whatever. So you go down there, you get on a bike and you go, oh, 24-inch bike, I don't know, or a 26-inch bike, yeah, too big. 24, a little bit better. Oh, this 20-inch feels good. So, or you could get on a 20-inch and go, oh, I wanted to get a 20-inch and I don't want a 20-inch. I need something bigger. So at least go to your local bike shop before you buy a bike. You haven't bought a bike in 30 years for yourself and you don't know what you're doing. So first bike I bought was a Veton, and I'd done a lot of reading and I wanted it to be like a real bike. So it had a torque sensor in it and 26-inch because I didn't want a small bike, and it was a very nice bike, guys. But it was a level 1, I think it was, or a level, I'm not sure if it was a level 1. I think it was just a level. I don't think they had numbered them at that point. And I think they're up to a level 3 now. But yeah, I was way overweight and I was just getting into losing weight at the time. That was one of the reasons why I wanted the bike. But if you're overweight and you want to get a bike for exercise, get a cadence sensor, because the torque sensor is just gonna, I didn't even want to ride it because it was just too much for me at the time. So, and then I bought my wife a electric XP 3.0. It was a 20-inch bike. It had the cadence sensor on it, and I got out, I started riding that all the time, and I ended up buying another 20-inch electric bike. So I actually bought the mid-drive. I bought the, at the time they had the X Premium, that's what it was. And that was a mid-drive bike. They don't even sell that anymore. Been out here 42 minutes now. We're definitely headed back. My fingers are darn cold, I can tell you that. Here's my local bar over there in the industrial park that I will be at tomorrow night with my wife, having my glass of wine, and I will order our food for the night and we'll bring it home and eat it. But me and the wife go down there and we sit there for 2 hours and order our food and enjoy it. They have live entertainment in there, and it's our little date night, we call it. So, and guys, I say guys because I have a ton of guys watching me. I see the analytics. Take your wife out once in a while. She don't want to sit at home all the time. So I'm going down this hill pedaling. 92 on the battery right now. So, like I said, not eating up the battery, that's for sure. I was just checking to see if there was indicators on this screen for the directionals, but there's not. But I can see the front directionals I put there. There's lights on the top, so it's kind of an indicator for me, I guess. All right, kicked it into all-wheel drive. 32 miles an hour, 35, going up a hill. 37 miles an hour, guys, up a hill. 38, 39, 40 miles an hour, 40 and a half. All right, that's it for me. 41. And the battery's at 89%. We'll throttle now, see where the throttle brings us. 36, 37, 39, 39.3, 39.8. Put it back in rear-wheel drive only. Just thought we'd almost home. Might as well burn up a little battery. Hopefully next week, whatever. I keep saying this, I feel bad. We'll do an interesting ride, but I gotta get the weather to cooperate. It's not fun being out here when you're cold. I was warmer in the winter because I was all bundled up. So, and I just don't want to go with the big giant gloves again, and I'm sick of it. Come on, weather. All right, guys, so here's our hill, and go up this. It's gonna go into front-wheel drive, and I'm gonna hit all-wheel drive. We'll see how it goes up the hill. And it goes right up the hill. All right, guys, we're almost home now, so I will say goodbye at this point. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and also have a great week coming up. And let's all hope we get some good weather. I know a lot of the country is not having great weather right now, and let's hope for the weather to change and be nice for a while. So you guys, we'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for coming along, and hit that like and subscribe on the way out, please.
All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching my video today. And if you are interested in buying a bike or something, please check with my affiliate links. That helps the channel out greatly. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe on the way out. And thank you very much for watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you.